International trade is a simple idea. It is about buying and selling, goods and services are exchanged. This happens across national borders. Countries trade with other countries. It is like trade between people but on a much larger scale. This exchange connects the world. Trade is very important for economies. It allows countries to get more things. They can find products not made at home, or they can buy them cheaper. This benefits consumers directly. It also helps businesses grow. They can reach larger markets. Overall, it fuels economic activity. The basics of trade involve two sides. Exports are goods and services sold. They leave one country for another. Imports are goods and services bought. They enter a country from abroad. This flow creates economic links. It fosters interdependence between nations. Money also flows between them. Modern trade is very broad. It is not just about physical items. Things like cars or food are included, but services are also a big part. Think of tourism or financial services. Ideas and technology also cross borders. Capital investment flows too. It forms a complex global economic web. Long ago, ideas about trade were different. Mercantilism was a dominant theory. This was popular from the 16th century. It lasted until the 18th century. Nations saw wealth as finite. They believed gold and silver meant power. So countries wanted more exports and fewer imports if possible. The main goal of mercantilism was simple. A nation aimed to build its treasure. This meant collecting more gold. A positive balance of trade was key. Exports should be worth more than imports. Many saw trade as a zero-sum game. If one country gained, another lost. This view often led to conflicts. Adam Smith brought a new idea. He wrote, "The Wealth of Nations." He introduced absolute advantage. Smith said countries should specialize. They should make what they do best, or what they make most efficiently. Then they can trade for other goods. This was a big shift in thinking. Smith's ideas changed how people saw trade. He showed that trade could be beneficial. It did not have to be zero-sum. Both trading partners could gain something. This was a revolutionary concept. It laid the groundwork for free trade. Nations could prosper by cooperating, not just by competing for gold. David Ricardo refined trade theory further. He introduced comparative advantage. This idea is very powerful. It explains why trade is beneficial. Even if one country is better at producing all goods than another, it still makes sense for them to trade. This is a key insight in economics. Comparative advantage focuses on opportunity cost. This is what a country gives up to produce one particular good instead of producing another good. A country should specialize in goods where its opportunity cost is lower. Even if it's not the absolute best, it gains by focusing on relative efficiency. Later, the Heckscher-Ohlin model appeared. It built upon comparative advantage. This model looks at factors of production, things like land, labor, and capital. Countries tend to export goods that use their abundant factors intensively. They import goods that need scarce factors. This helps explain trade patterns. New trade theories emerged more recently. They explain different types of trade, for example, intra-industry trade. This is trade of similar goods, like Germany exporting cars to France, and France exporting cars to Germany. Economies of scale are important here. Product differentiation also plays a role. Section 4 Governments hand policies that shape trade. Governments often step into trade. They do not always let it flow freely. Reasons include protecting domestic industries and national security. Tariffs make foreign products more expensive. Trade agreements aim to reduce barriers. Examples include the European Union and USMCA. Section 5. Weighing the outcomes. Trade's impact on nations. International trade affects countries differently. Developing countries can access larger markets. This allows them to sell more goods. Trade can bring new technologies. It can also spur economic growth. Export industries create jobs. However, they face challenges, competing with developed economies, vulnerable to price swings, risk of exploitation. Developed countries see impacts too. Consumers benefit from lower prices, greater variety of products, companies become more efficient, some domestic industries may shrink. This can lead to job losses. Trade changes income distribution, winners and losers within countries. Export industries grow, workers in these sectors gain. Import competition can hurt industries, governments can help people adjust. Section 6. Global Rulebook, Organizations Managing Trade. International trade needs cooperation. Without rules, problems can arise quickly. Countries might disagree on trade practices. Disputes can escalate into trade wars. Global rules help manage these issues. They promote stability in the system. They also make trade more predictable. This is good for businesses everywhere. The World Trade Organization, or WTO, is key. It is the main global body for trade. The WTO was established in 1995. It succeeded the GATT agreement. Its role is to set the rules for international commerce between nations. It provides a forum for negotiations and helps to resolve trade disputes. The WTO has several important functions. It administers existing trade agreements. These agreements cover goods, services, and ideas. It monitors the trade policies of member countries. This promotes transparency in global trade. The WTO also offers technical assistance. This helps developing countries participate more effectively in the global trading system. Besides the WTO, regional bodies exist. These are regional trade organizations. Examples are the European Union, or EU, and the USMCA in North America. ASEAN in Southeast Asia is another. These groups promote trade among members. They often go deeper than WTO rules. They can complement global rules or sometimes complicate them. Section 7. Conclusion. The unfolding story of international trade. To sum up, international trade is vital. It is a major engine for global growth. Trade helps to spread innovation. It connects economies around the world. Consumers benefit from more choices and often from lower prices for goods. It has shaped our modern world. Its importance continues to grow. Our understanding of trade has evolved. Early ideas like mercantilism were limited. They saw trade as a win-lose situation. Thinkers like Smith and Ricardo showed more. They explained the gains from specialization and the power of comparative advantage. Modern theories add even more detail. They help us see new trade patterns. Policies and organizations are essential. They guide how trade actually happens. Governments use tools like tariffs and quotas. International bodies like the WTO set rules. They aim to make trade fair and stable. There is always debate on the best approach. Finding the right balance is a challenge. This ensures benefits are shared widely. The story of trade is still being written. It faces new challenges today. Protectionist sentiments sometimes rise. Global supply chains can be disrupted. New issues like digital trade emerge. Climate change also impacts trade. The world must keep working together to ensure trade benefits all nations.